everybody, this is Khylah and this is the Walk in Faith. It's just gonna be me here today. Chris isn't here with me during this episode, but during this episode, I wanted to pretty much speak on this dream that God gave me, and I believe it was like a rapture dream. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So in the dream, I'm sorry, get my thoughts together because I was supposed to been had recorded this message, but I know that God is using me for sure. And I always was like, dang, like a lot of people have rapture dreams, like and I'm not gonna lie, the way my spirit is set up is very, 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 very pure. And certain things I can't handle. God only puts stuff on us that He know that we can handle. So He gave me this dream to where He knew that I could handle it, to where I wouldn't be afraid or anything like that. So in the dream, I was talking to, I'm not gonna name any names, but it was a guy that I used to be cool with. He was in the dream, and then it was a coworker that be monitoring me at work, and he smiled on my face and everything, but I know the real. And I was telling him, and oh yeah, and Chris, he was on the couch in the room and he was asleep. He was wrapped up in the cover, sleep on his back. And I was just sitting there talking to my homeboy, and I was just, telling him about how, that him having that angry spirit on him isn't him. I'm pretty sure we all deal with that spirit, where we get angry, and when we get angry, we pop off, And I was just explaining to him, like, how he's angry, and that's not him. He should release that. And I was also having a conversation with my coworker. And, I was asking him why he always mad and everything, and then he was like, I'm always mad. Just pretty much just putting it out there. That's just who he was. But, me being me, spreading the gospel, I'm like, that's not you. You don't have to be that way. And in the midst of me having this conversation with them, I began to see a light come out of Chris, my husband. And his soul was coming out of his body. His mouth was open. At first I thought he was singing, but once I had woke up and really went back in time and looked into the dream more, I'm like, oh, his soul was coming out of his body. And then we held each other, we held hands, excuse me, and we were smiling because we just knew what time it was. I knew what time it was. Once I seen Chris' mouth open, I'm like, yeah, it's a wrap. And we started to go up, and it was like we was going up into the sky. It was nighttime, and I seen nothing but stars, and I seen other souls, and everybody was so happy, and everybody was smiling. Like we were like, this really happening. We was ready for it, and it was nothing but purity and joy in our hearts, y'all. But then I started to look down because this is a problem that I have dealt with. This is something that I have came out of and still trying to come out of when it comes down to saving people that don't want to be saved. And I started to get worried because I was like, wow, we going up, but they not. And then when I started to look back at them, I started to go down. And I remember God put me back down. And once I hit the carpet, once I hit the floor, I just put my head down. I just shook my head. And I was just like, dang, like like the story a lot. His wife looked back and she turned into a pillar of salt. And that's what happened to me. And God was like raising me up and down type of thing. And so I say all that to say, y'all, the frequency that you're vibing on matters. You can't save everybody. Our job is to spread the gospel, and whoever takes it, and whoever leaves it, leaves it. But it is it's our job to keep going so that we can reach that destination, so that we can spend eternity with the Lord. It's gonna make us sad. It's gonna break us down when we see that people that we love is not trying to walk this path with us. People that we love not trying to support what we're saying and what we're doing, and they're not able to come with us on this journey. You know what I mean? Go ahead and leave them behind, because God will wipe every tear, and you will not be able to remember these things when it's time for you to go. You know, it's gonna be nothing but happiness and joy. God love y'all, and He want to see all of y'all make it. But when y'all do walk this journey, keep going. Don't look back. Don't look back. Okay. All right, y'all be safe. Have a good one.